Hello, everyone, and then this is David Kornienko with Keller Williams New Home Division, also trained by Power by Ground. And with me today, I have a special guest, Paige. She'll talk a lot about herself, what she does for the builder. But that is our goal here, is to bring a lot of training, inform more the broker world of how the builder world works. And this is the continuation of our education by our motto is, being trained by the professionals in the industry. And Paige is definitely one of those people who has stepped out of her comfort zone and reached out to us. We've reached back to her, and we've had a phenomenal discussion about new homes. So, Paige, go ahead and introduce yourself just to our audience, our channel, and then give me some feedback how it has become where you're at right now, and then we'll a little bit talk about the builder you represent.
Perfect. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited. I love talking about what we do from your side and my side. My name is Paige Margason, as David said. And for those of you that I haven't met yet, I work for Pacific Lifestyle Homes. And so, just a quick little recap about me and how I came to get into this amazing business is that. My husband and I moved here 10 years ago, and we were looking for a new home, couldn't find what we wanted. Fortunately for us, we were able to find some property and we were able to build. And so through that experience, I fell in love with new home builds. I just had the best experience. I loved the company. I loved my salesperson. I loved our process that we went through. And that is how I came to work here a few years after we built our home. I found myself in a place in life where I had to make a career change. And I thought, what do I really want to do? Well, I love real estate. I love people. I love my house, and I could sell them. That is how I came to
Go.
work.
There you go. That is a phenomenal story. It's amazing just to see how you went from, being on the buyer side to now working for the company. I've actually talked to a couple salespeople like that, and that's a good reputation for the builder, right? If they acquire talent through the product that they build in the community, I mean, that is the sales pitch, right? Like if you
Yeah.
want to work for a company that the builder build your home, that's a phenomenal thing. So now let's talk about your builder. Talk a little bit about Pack Life, and then we'll kind of move into what we talked off camera about the whole process, and set you being an inside salesperson, and then us being on the outside salesperson, how we learn to bridge that for sure.
Yes. So Pacific Lifestyle Homes has been in business for a long time, since 1997. Couple really unique things about PLH, which I just really love. We are owned by Kevin and Nikki Wan, and they are very big about giving back to the communities where we build. So we have every year between two to four what we call giving houses. So we build a home, and all of the proceeds to from those homes go to charities in the community that PLH sponsors. So it's really fun. That's very unique. And we are I would say we're a production builder with a lot of customizable options. So I wouldn't say you're a custom builder, but you get to pick everything that goes in your home. And so that is very different. It's super fun. You get a designer that works with you. And then also, Pacific Lifestyle Homes got Builder of the Year in 2022. We were super thrilled about that. And we've also received the National Award, a Gold Award for quality. And so that's a very hard award to achieve. So we're very proud of that as well. So for me, working here, representing a builder that looks at a whole, they want, one of the philosophies of Kevin is, I want somebody to drive by a community 10, 15 years from now, see that it's a Pacific Lifestyle Home community and go, that community still looks great. And so that's kind of, in a nutshell, we love to give back. That award, also, one more thing I will say, was not just based on the build of the home, but also on the quality of working for a company. So we work for a great company that cares for their employees as well as their customers. So
Well, I mean, if you were a customer, now you're an employee, it's obvious, there
yeah,
is that. I mean, it's too obvious, right? You are the proven status. You are the fact that that company does what you're exactly talking about. Can you talk a little bit about, your role in the company and then your collaboration with outside brokers, just like what we talked about offline? And that is really why we want to do these highlights, because in my training on Powered by Ground, we talk a lot about mindset, right? And mindset is so huge, right? And we talked about, you and I, and we'll get into this, like the outside brokers have this, resistance or tendency to like, oh, there's a community and there's a model home. Well, that's for the buyers and that's not for us. And it's like, no, like that's for the buyers and the brokers, right? You gotta go out there, look at the community, talk to Paige, the inside salesperson, and like float this and start to engage and stop thinking like, oh, if it's an open house, a model home, that's just for buyers and that's not for the broker. So let's definitely get into that, like how that is not just for the buyers, right? This is for everyone, right? So
Yes,
you touch
absolutely.
on that.
So,
Yes.
yeah, so first of all, um, just so that there can be a level of comfort for a brand new realtor to a seasoned realtor.
Mm-hmm.
I understand there's a lot of builders out there, and everybody has a different process. And I am an inside salesperson, so I sit in this beautiful model home. I can sell many different home plans. And so my job when a realtor comes to me, the best way I could see it is I trust that you know your client really well, and I trust that you kind of know what they're looking for, just as much as I would hope that you would trust that if you bring them to me, I'm going to do my very best to find out what I have that will work for them. And that's kind of how I like to look at it, team collaboration. So the model home, one thing I would say, if you do want to bring your client to our model home, please call me. I'll set up a time so that I can take you through the home and answer questions. And our process is just a little bit different than a realtor on the outside. Typically, your clients give you, their big dream of I want 5 acres and I want all these things with a budget. And then your job is to either say, okay, we can get it, or we have to kind of trim down and find out what that is. My job is when they come here, I have multiple floor plans and I want to know how they live in their home. And I want to be able to kind of get an idea of what home site's going to fit them the best, those types of things. When you bring your customer or client in, we'll walk through the model. And I'm very interactive. I understand they're your client. I'd like to make them my customer too. So I look at it as a collaboration. Anything I can do to help you get information to your client is key. One thing that I think is not helpful is when you have a client, if you just call around and you're just trying to find out, tell me what you have in your homes, and tell me your incentives. I actually believe you're missing an opportunity to
Yes.
let the inside person help you come alongside
Mm-hmm.
your job, because it's very difficult in a snapshot to say what we have, and you could actually do a disservice to your client. I don't know if I've answered your question completely,
No,
but
it's you're totally right because like say for how many communities you guys have in Clark County? Say 10 communities, right? And like if a broker took a buyer or a seller, right? They sold and then they bought and they just drove these 10 communities with Pacific Lifestyle. I mean, maybe that's 2 days of work, right? But there's so much more input that's being done into that client so they could make whatever necessary step. But once I agree with you, when the broker is calling and asking you only two questions, like what is this and what is that, that is not sufficient because we know we sell on emotions, right? People need to feel things, they need to understand, they need to look and touch and sense, if this is a really fit for them or not. So I guess what are, I would say, two or three recommendations that you would give to outside brokers? So like this is one that, brokers should definitely take their buyers and just drive. And I always say in the zip code, whatever, 98662, for example, find the three communities. And if your buyer is looking at resale, take them to those community. I mean, you're already making the loop. Might as well stop by, schedule the the meeting or the appointment with that model home and do that due diligence for your buyer. But what would be like two or three advices, since you've done so many transactions to, I would say, outside brokers?
Mhm. Um, I would say number one, it is nice to build a little mini rapport with me. Kind of tell me about your client. So if you want to bring them by, call me or call our online salesperson. Set that appointment up. You're going to get the best service then. Number one. Number two, uh, don't put limitations on what your client might want. They might not even realize that a new home is a really viable option for them. So we have quick move-in homes a lot of times in our community, which are not resale, but simple like that. Like right now, currently in my community, I have two homes that are going to be finished. One's going to be finished next Monday, and then the other one's going to be finished on the 19th of February. So I have two brand new move-in ready homes. It's different costs to get into a move-in home versus a pre-sale. So you have a customer that really, really maybe wants a brand new home, but they don't have the time to wait.
Mm-hmm.
So, in calling me and talking to me, I can maybe steer you to that direction. When you come in, I would just say, I know it's fact finding, but sometimes it's good if you come before you bring your client and then we can have a conversation. So, whatever works best for you, what I really want, I value my realtor partnerships. I will work with a realtor that wants to be as involved or not involved. And there are both. There are people that say, I'm bringing you my client. I don't want to see you till the end. Bye bye. And then there are people that are like, I want to know every piece of conversation, every email.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be at
Mm-hmm.
every meeting because I want to
Mm-hmm.
do that for my client. And that's fine. Either way, we will do both.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the relationship is kind of what it is, what they want it to be. My goal is to make the most important person happy, and that is the client and the customer. So my customer, your client. And if we can all keep that on the same page, that's really great.
And I really appreciate that, Paige, because there are builders out there that are not broker friendly, right? Or don't do a strong collaboration. And one of the reasons I like our partnership is because I've met with your land acquisition guys. I've met with you, sales office. And like I see that you are so much more lenient and open in working with outside brokers and helping bridge and collaborate. And it's true. Like I grew up in this community, and I remember as a kid, Pacific Lifestyle, and then going into the industry, I remember Pacific Lifestyle, and now being in the industry 20 years, still seeing Pacific Lifestyle. So yeah, there is, a report that is built almost through generational, marketing that takes place for sure. Can you tell us a little bit about your community, where you're at right now, what you're trying to move, and kind of just fact information about your community?
Yes, um, for sure. So I am out in a community called Salmon Creek Ridge. It's over by WSU Vancouver. It is just a lovely location. Couple really fun things about it, which I really like. And I hear people, I don't know, you probably hear this too, is I want space. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want my neighbor on top of me. I
Mm-hmm.
want a one level home. I have
Mm-hmm.
all these wants. And, but they also want convenience, right? They want to be close to the grocery store. They want to be
Mm-hmm.
close to shopping. They want to be close to
Mm-hmm.
restaurants. So out here at Salmon Creek Ridge, we have the best of both worlds. We're about 7 minutes away from the Trader Joe's and the Fred Meyer's right there at Salmon Creek. We have the hospital Legacy close by. About 10 minutes down the way, you can hit, shopping and things like that. Also, for those people that are commuting, we are right at I-5 and 205, so you can catch the freeway heading south, both on I-5 and 205 and north I-5. Just a really great location. The fact that we are about 7 minutes away from the freeway, it is just a very peaceful community. It's very quiet. There's lots of trees around. It's just very beautiful. We have two parts to the community. We have a gated section,
Oh.
For those people, I know that you're realtors here. I want a gated community. I want to feel safer,
Mm-hmm.
list of
Mm-hmm.
reasons. I have a lot of people in that are buying in here that live here half time, partly in Arizona, partly in Washington. So they want that security. And other people, it just doesn't matter to them. So we have both in this community. I can build as my one level homes, which are super
Yes.
popular.
Yeah. Can you tell me the square footage? What do we
Yep,
have on square
yep. My
footages? Yeah.
smallest one level that I can build is 1,814 square feet with a three-car garage. And all the way up to my 2,909 one level and everything in between
Wow.
22,
Wow.
25, 24, 2,100. Lots of great one level floor plans. Another really unique feature, which I know people are looking for, is green space.
Hmm.
So I have all my home sites are 9,000 square feet or larger.
Wow.
And yeah, which allows me to build those really wide
Mm-hmm.
ranch style homes, which is why you don't see a ton of ranch style homes because it
Mm-hmm.
takes a big footprint.
Mm-hmm.
So super unique out here. I do have the green space, which I was mentioning. So I have green space that backs up to beautiful trees, and then I have a green space that kind of is on an open riparian water area, big, wide open field. So, and then I have internal home sites as well. And as I said, they're all 9,000 square feet. Not only can I build one level, I do have other homes. My largest home is 4,123 square feet. So I have a big range of,
Wow. Wow. And
yeah,
then when are you usually there on site? What are you guys' hours or and then we'll definitely post, for people to get in touch with you about that community in general. Or
yeah,
maybe you could definitely be a reference for Pacific Lifestyle if they have other questions too.
yes. I would say, so my community, I am open Wednesday through Sunday, 10 to 5. And other communities, so we have multiple communities, as you said. So our goal is to always have a community open. So we do have team and offices that are open on Monday, Tuesday, where I'm off. So they're Wednesday through Monday, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They're off Thursday, Friday. Sorry. So either closed Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday, Friday. On our website is the very, very best. If you go to Pacific Lifestyle Homes, we have two amazing online salespeople, Abby and Corey. Yes, they're real people. They will actually call you. They will talk to you via chatter, and they get in direct interest with me. So if you want to see the quickest way to see everything that we have, quick move-in homes. So that's what they're called on our website, which is, hey, I don't have time to wait 6 and 7 months,
Mhm.
but I want a new home. Go to our website, or you can go to our website, get my number, get all the other sales consultants' numbers. However, at Pacific Lifestyle Homes, we've tried to make it easy for you. And
Collaborate, yes.
I just want you to know it's not a chat bot person, it's a person. So I always hate that not knowing, am I talking to somebody or is this
Exactly,
a robot?
exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
No, that
so
is so awesome. No, and
yeah.
this is so nice just first to talk to you, see you in this profession, being excited about the product, the homes, the builder, and that is part of our builder highlights is to introduce more and more builders who are broker friendly and understand the collaboration and helping brokers bridge and their client to the builder, and then the opposite, having the builder bridge, more and more into the broker world. So we'll definitely post all your information somewhere in the video or at the end of the video so people can reach out. And if you got anything else to say, you could say it and we'll kind of finish it, finalize it for today. Go ahead.
I just have one more thing to say,
For sure.
because I hear this. So I've had customers come into my office and they say, I've heard it's a nightmare to build. That's why I've never really looked at new home construction. So I just want to say, number one, Pacific Lifestyle Homes, we have taken huge steps and strides to make this a good experience. I just want to say that again, you as a realtor can be as much a part of that as you want. We are very big on constant communication with our customers. As much so that once we start the build process, we communicate weekly with our customers to let them know what's going on in the build, so that they're aware there's no surprises and that they feel very involved. We have two different points in the build where they actually come to the site at the beginning of construction, midway, and then obviously the end. So just so that you know, there's no they will have an idea of what's happening all the time, and the experience that they will have at the design center, because we have a design studio with a person that walks them through the process. It's very enjoyable and fun. And on our website, just so you realtors, you're always welcome. We'd love to see you. We do have a preview event once a month where we open up our design studio and we pull out all the included options that come within our homes. It's always a big question and we lay it out, and then you get to walk around and talk to the designer, talk to the other salespeople, and see what Pacific Lifestyle Homes has to offer in their options in the homes. So super
Yeah,
fun. You
I've been
can do
inside your
homework.
design studio. There, it's amazing. You guys did really well,
Thank
very
you.
well on the design studio. Yes, yes,
So take control of your business. This is just one,
yes,
yeah, I know.
absolutely.
But we'd love to be a part of it. And our realtor program, we really value you. Please hear that from us, that we do have a program. We do pay 2.25% on the finished price of a home. If you sell more than one home per year with us,
Hmm.
each home you make more money. And so that's really nice too. I know everybody likes to make more money.
And that's why we have you here is because I know you have done really well reaching out to the broker community. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
Paige. Really
Thank you. Have a
appreciate
great
it.
day.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Take care.
Bye bye.